Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What up? What up? What up? Hey, listen. Welcome to another episode of Who Gonna Catch These Hands. I'm your boy Joe Prophet, and man, ladies and gentlemen, of course, if y'all been hearing what's been going on in the news about, the event that happened in Norfolk, Virginia this weekend. It's a hell of an event card put on by Top Rank and ESPN. You know, uh, I enjoyed myself, all the festivities. From the press conference to the weigh-in. Got a good chance to tap in with Mike Vick, chop it up with Mike Vick, uh, talk with a couple, different people in Norfolk, a couple business owners and things of that nature. I mean, just a very, very nice time, man. And then I say Friday of the morning of the weigh-in, right when they're about to announce the main event to weigh in. I believe that's when the antics started. I believe that's when it got crazy. I believe that's when it turned into a second homecoming of DB3 and the Davis brothers showing out in front of their hometown, you know, coming to show their people what they're about. At that moment, in my opinion, it turned from that DB3 event, that Norfolk explosion that was supposed to be with, Keyshawn getting walked out by Michael Vick, Allen Iverson, and Bruce Smith, some legendary shit. It turned from that to the nightmare in Norfolk. You know what I'm saying? Like a straight up nightmare, man. You know what I'm saying? Like a straight up nightmare. Like, bro, the man misses weight on the scale, loses his belt on the scales. It comes in 134 point. 139 point. What was it, 139.3 or something like that? The shit was so crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. We were sitting there listening to this man, say the weight, and he said the weight, and Keyshawn started flexing. So I'm confused at this point. You know what I'm saying? I'm extremely confused because you don't flex like that if you make the weight. I mean, if you miss the weight, I'm sorry. If you missing the weight, you're not gonna be flexing like that. So for Keyshawn Davis, to flex his muscles like that after they said 139, I think that was what everybody was confused about. Cause he flexed like he was right on weight. So we looking like, oh shit, okay, it's lit. Then I'm like, hold up, fool. This dude just said 130. He said 139, bro. He didn't say 134. He said 139. What the fuck going on right now, man? What is so then all the little melees going on, a couple discussions going on. Then they come to Keyshawn and they like, hey, you gonna take this hour to, kind of try to make the weight and get under, for your people? He's like, nah. Like, damn, he said, no, you lying. There's no way this man just bragged about over 10,000 people about to show up for him and support him and his brothers, his whole family. And he said, no, he ain't even finna attempt the shit. Man, you crazy. Nah, that shit is madness. You got to be joking. I just didn't, I didn't understand it. I fuck with Keyshawn, man. He's an electric fighter. He you gonna get your money's worth when you pay to see this guy, for sure. He is gonna give you an action-packed, high caliber fight. 100%. Don't even get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? You pay your money to see Keyshawn Davis, you gonna get your money's worth, for sure. Man, but that shit that happened Saturday night at the fight, I mean, this is what this episode is really about. Did Nahir Albright get jumped back there? There's so many different things out there. You know what I mean? You heard Keyshawn came in the headbutt. You heard 10 niggas came back there and stomped him out. You heard Nahir's brother was the first one to swing on him. You heard so many different conclusions and collaborations of whatever. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I believe after listening to both sides and you know, kind of assessing what both guys are talking about, I think I came to the conclusion that, hey, I don't think anybody got jumped. I don't think nothing happened to nobody. For real. Like, you know, let me not say that. Cause clearly Albright, you know what I'm saying, was headbutted. You know what I'm saying? And cl- clearly Albright, you know, he took the headbutt. He had the gash on his head uh, after the show. Hey, Spec, can you hear me?
Yes, my bro.
All right. Hey, I want to let y'all introduce y'all to my guy, Specs. You know, he's our UK correspondent over the, you know, if y'all tapped, y'all know who this is, man. You know what I mean?
Come on, fam.
He giving us the business over there in the UK. But, you know, we were there, Specs, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Yeah.
we're gonna catch these hands. We was on the floor at the fight. Uh we were there for the press conference, we were there for the weigh-in. We saw, you know, how everything led up into this shit. Um, you know, I kind of spoke on it a little bit, you know. I talked about, I said, I listened to both parties. You know, I heard what Nahir Albright said. I heard what Keyshawn. Well, I didn't hear what Keyshawn. I heard Keyshawn's team and what they were talking about. And we can kind of, you know, piece everything together with both sides speaking. I mean, yeah, Keyshawn came over there, head butted him. It probably wasn't as crazy as the media's making it seem. Us, you know, but at the same time, it's like, bro, where we drawing the line between that shit ain't that bad and the fucking athlete ain't supposed to do shit. Like, you know, you're not supposed to do anything like this at all. Like, we're saying, yeah, it ain't that bad, but one, why did Keyshawn and his brothers feel the need to go over there? Like, what was the point of going over there? Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever y'all was, you know, whatever Kevin was supposed to do to this guy, or whatever you guys wanted to do to him, that should have been done in the ring. You had 30 minutes, 10 3-minute rounds to whoop his ass. You didn't do it. First, not only did you not whoop his ass, he almost knocked you out in front of your whole family. And that would have been poetic justice for getting bodied by a singing nigga, to be specific. You know, but the thing is, I keep saying this, I keep saying it, bro. I like Keyshawn Davis. I'm a
Yeah.
Keyshawn Davis fan. I've been to, I mean, I think 2023, 2024, I went to every single fight that he had. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've literally seen him, you know, ascend into, you know, where he's at now.
Yeah.
You know, and I like it, but I also, it's like, damn, Keyshawn, you call yourself the businessman. Like, you know what I'm saying? To go with that moniker and not really fully understands what it, not really fully understand. Tell me how you feel about from on your side. Like, how do you perceive what happened on Saturday?
You know, like I was already disappointed from the Friday. I'll
Mm-hmm.
be honest. I was so disappointed that he missed weight. Like it was nearly there wasn't enough shock at the time for what it was supposed to be, because I was looking forward to a great fight between him and De Los Santos. I was thinking this was going to be a competitive fight. It was going to be an explosive fight. Somebody was going to get knocked out, and I had it tipped in Keyshawn's favor
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I
personally.
definitely had him win the fight for sure. You know what I mean? I thought he was going to handle business. If they did eventually fight, you know, I love De Los Santos style. I think De Los Santos is a firecracker. You know, hence his motherfucking nickname La Granada. He's a
La
little grenade for
Granada.
sure. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah,
So I felt like that. You know, but man, my thing is, I was like, man, I felt like that was going to be such a special night of boxing. You know what I'm saying? With Keyshawn making his first title event, his first title defense against the caliber opponent that Edwin De Los Santos is. You know, a lot of people try to shit on Edwin when he fought Shakur Stevenson, saying that the fight was boring, made you fall asleep or whatever, whatever. But then, lo and behold, after the fight, Shakur Stevenson says, "Hey, this is the best dude I've ever been in the ring with." Now, motherfuckers start respecting De Los Santos. Oh, he must be some, this, that, and the third. And then he gets this opportunity with Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn's first title defense, second homecoming. I don't know. I don't know if the pressure was too much or what, but as far as them fighting in the ring, I felt like that 2-year layoff that De Los Santos had was going to be an issue. You know what I mean? Especially with a fight of the caliber of a Keyshawn Davis. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be tough, bro. You feel me? Like, so with that, that's why I was there with as far as my thoughts on the fight.
Yeah.
But what about you? You know what I mean? Who did you have winning the fight if they would have lined it up?
I had Keyshawn. I definitely had Keyshawn winning. I saw Keyshawn stepping into the fire with De Los Santos and coming out on top, imposing himself and doing what Keyshawn does best. That's what I had tipped to happen. Listen, I damn near put some money down on this. So for me, when the fight was gone and it was blown, I was like, all right, what's going on? And then he had that interview and he said he's not gonna try and make the weight. And I said, ooh.
That was crazy, bro.
I said,
I'm not gonna lie.
ooh.
That was the one that I didn't understand that. I'm just like, you just bragged about it's about to be over 10,000 people here. You're not even gonna give it a shot?
And he was making it sound like this fight is just gonna it's gonna happen. So and for me, even that face off that him and De Los Santos had, it was that Keyshawn knew he couldn't put his whole self into that face off.
Right.
When he turned around and it was like he was holding in a smirk or something. I don't know. It just, even when he was looking in De Los Santos's face and De Los Santos smirked because he's like, you can't think that I'm taking you serious right now. I'm one up
For
on you.
real. Like, what? You think you think you about to do anything over here, dog? Wait, what are you talking about, man? Oh God, that
The
was
ball's in my court now. You're the A side, but the ball's in my court now. You've the belt. This championship fight is my championship fight now. Forget you. You're just the main event. I'm the actual contender. I'm the only person contending for anything. You're not even defending your strap anymore.
right. You dropped it on the scale, which was interesting too, because I've heard some people say that was his plan all along. Just come in there, come in overweight, have the advantage over De Los Santos. And I'm like, but man, come on, dog. You got to tell me how that's a good plan to come lose your belt in front of your home crowd.
Like,
When such a high percentage of the people are gonna be like, how the fuck he lose the belt? He ain't lose the fight.
do you understand?
So
Like,
many people are casual. They didn't even know what was going on. They were like, hold up. So Keyshawn ain't the champion no more? Nah. Damn, the fight's still on. I mean, it's still on as of right now. It's De Los Santos. It's the De Los Santos corner now. It's his decision, because he could just decide to say, you know what, this dude ain't take this shit seriously. He wasted my fucking time. I'm out. He could do that. He's in that right. He handled his business doing training camp. He made weight after a 2-year layoff.
this is it.
For some reason, Keyshawn just ain't want to do that. And I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why the niggas, man, I used to have this, like, these kind of issues too when I was a kid, as far as like, niggas be like, man, you smart as hell. Why you doing dumb shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're such an intelligent motherfucker. Like, why you doing dumb shit? And I used to be like, I don't even know. Like, I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I am intense. I know that I don't, you know what I'm saying? I know the difference between right and wrong. Why the fuck am I choosing to do wrong? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it's just a certain time in your life, a certain age in your life, but there's a point where you just be like, you know what? Hey, I'm done with this dumb shit, bro. Like, nah, I'm good. Don't even care what niggas think. You niggas call me lame. You niggas think I ain't this, I ain't that. No problem. Me having the peace of mind that I made a good decision, is better than anything. Anything that you could try to throw at me, make me feel, or any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Me having the peace of mind that I made the correct decision, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It was a hell of a night of boxing, bro. You know, it's
Yeah.
crazy harping on that particular situation because it was so big and it was so wild at the same time because the build up, you know, they trying to make it seem like Nahir Albright's just this little weak ass, little half light skinned nigga that likes to sing all the time and shit like that, right? And they damn they got people believing this shit. Like people like oh he's an R&B nigga. Oh he be fighting in the TCL. He be doing them one rounders. Oh he about to get his ass whooped. But he made it real clear. He like y'all laughing at me trying to clown me for going a distance with your brother. But your brother's one of the top lightweights in the world, ain't he? Your brother's an Olympian, ain't he? So
Right.
that should show you that I'm on that level. If I went to distance with
Right.
him. He like, but you lost every round. I went back and watched that shit, man. I'm here to tell you, that man did not lose every round. He lost the fight. He did not lose every round. Hell no. And he wobbled Keyshawn. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you got to have a certain level of respect for the opposition. And I think you need to come in with a certain amount of focus.
Yeah.
Now, I don't mean, Night always seems to be focused to me. You know, he always walking around with a scowl on his face. So he just seems to be focused. I don't know what that is. You know what I mean? So I don't want to say he wasn't focused. But what I saw in the ring, I can't say that was somebody that was focused, dog. I can't. I mean, what do you think about Kelvin Davis's performance Saturday night against Nahir Albright?
You see, again, it's such as it's like I've damn near got to watch the fight again because after it's like everything that has happened has overshadowed even how I'm seeing that because a part of me feels like he fought, he was there was more than that fight he was fighting. When I look back on it now, because Nahir put up a very spirited battle as again, he came to step to the bully. He came to the conversation. R&B nigga. Okay, no worries. We're gonna figure this out. Then we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna figure this conversation out from the drop. And the way he was closing that distance and getting this, I was like, what? Okay, again, I can't say I'm as invested into the story as you are, to be honest. Do you know
Sure,
what I mean? I
sure.
just saw a spirited battle, and a part of me was like, it was close. A part of me was saying it was close, but when the way he got that decision for me, that was straight up. Do you know what I'm saying? That was straight up. But again, after that crash out, I've looked on it like even when I saw when I saw the footage of Keyshawn and who was it? I don't know whether it was one of his other brothers that was sat on the side that was watching the fight, and they was just looking emotional, and I was just thinking, ooh, because if that's the spirit of the camp, and again, this was meant to go this night, this evening was meant to go a particular way. Do you know what I'm saying? Younger bro headlining, older bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So I can just imagine that he was already thrown off, but then already served the game plan. And with the week and all the with all of the with all of the I don't want to say it's bullying, but all of the Jonesing that they was keeping up with, it was like a sure shot that he should have that he should have gone in there to just win.
Yeah.
And when the fight was looking difficult for him, he didn't have any answers. That's the only thing that I can say. He didn't have any definitive answers to turn the fight back into his favor. It was a close fight the whole way for me, and I said, okay, cool.
How many rounds did you give Kelvin Davis?
Probably like four, if I'm being honest. Four, five at best. But again, I was looking on it like it was a close fight. Again, I need to watch it again. I need to watch it again. I need to watch this fight again.
Yeah, that I
But
mean, me in my opinion, I gave Kelvin like 2, maybe 3 rounds. I thought Nahir Albright pretty much dominated that fight, and I
mm,
think that was a lot of the reason there was a lot of frustration on the B3 side. I think that was the reason that the action that was taken because of what I just said, because of the dominant performance by someone that they felt was inferior. They
mm,
felt that Nahir Albright was an inferior opponent. They felt they could talk to him certain types of ways and do certain type of things, and he was just going to behave in such a manner. But the actual fight was different because he didn't even fight like he usually fights. Just like you said, he stepped to him. He
yeah,
doesn't fight like that. He don't step to his opponents. He's a boxer. He moves around
yeah,
that ring, but he stepped to Kelvin Davis Saturday night, and that right there was very definitive for me. That showed me he's way more than just a singing nigga, and he took that very personal. Just me assessing the whole situation, not trying to
yeah,
be on this side or that side or with none of that shit. Literally just assessing the whole situation for what it is. You know what I mean? And and then I started to ask myself because I heard what Nahir Albright was saying after about you know him either granting Kelvin a rematch or rematching and Keyshawn his damn self. But he said the only way he's gonna do it is if y'all boys come on down to Philly. Now, if they do that, that will show me something. I ain't think you know what I'm saying? Niggas want to say these boys is hoes doing all that for jumping them, but if they accept that and go down to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, oh my God. Hey, listen, Southpaw, I know you think that motherfucking Philly and California are some soft places, but my nigga, listen, I don't think it's sweet like that in Philly. I got Philly partners. Shout out my nigga Briz. Shout out my nigga Kenny Kelvin. Hey, listen, I got Philly partners. Nothing sweet about them at all. Nothing sweet about their place. You know, I don't think it would be a safe idea for Keyshawn Kelvin, either one of them, to try to take a rematch with this guy in Philadelphia. You know,
yeah.
but let's see.
No,
Maybe they like shit. Y'all think we ain't got no? All right, shit. Better let them send that contract, or we'll send it. Or however it goes. You know what I
no
mean? We
way.
gonna see though. But what are your thoughts on that? Do you think they would or should take a rematch in Philadelphia? Is that
No way. If they were smart, hell no.
yeah,
After after what's happened, it's just welcomed. It's opened the gates to too much. It's already gone too far.
for sure.
Already gone too far. That situation needs to die down, die all the way down. Unfortunately, man. It's a great storyline, but it's a spell for trouble. It's a spell for trouble. And in Philly as well, no
Yeah.
way.
So like now all the advantages are with him. I don't know if y'all know how to operate in those kind of circumstances. Maybe you do. I don't know. But I'm telling you, I'm looking at that. I'm like, that just seems like a damn mousetrap, dog. That just seems like they finna bait him in. And who even gives a damn how the fight goes? They just looking for retaliation. That's what I'm saying. Like it's just, but hey man, we shall see. We shall see. But I mean, let's go back to this jumping situation because there is a lot of different. I don't even want to say narratives. There's a lot of different stories out there. You know,
Yeah,
but with me, my thing is it doesn't even matter what the story is. The story only started because Keyshawn went into this man's locker room. If he
this is it.
doesn't do that, we don't have a story. There's nothing to talk about. So you know what I'm saying? When I break it down like that, I'm just like, bro, because I listened to that coach. I don't know if you heard, Keyshawn's coach talking about this is how you know people want you to fail. Everybody turn these fake supporters, this, that, and the third. I'm like, nigga, are you kidding? We're literally talking about this because this nigga went in this man's locker room. What we talking
This is
about,
it.
bro? You can't just do that and then
Right.
and then feeling some type of way because niggas got opinions because you did some shit that you ain't supposed to do, huh? Hey, that enabling ass behavior is crazy, and I do
It's
believe that is what led to what the fuck we saw on Saturday. Niggas just
this is
enabling.
it.
He needs to switch to whoever that. I'm not really for blowing up teams when adversity hits because I feel like that's when the team shows what the team is. When we go through adversity, shit starts to get fucked up. Certain niggas start to move certain type of way. I believe that shows the character of the team. I don't think we should just be, you know, breaking everything up because shit got fucked up. But in this particular
Facts.
situation, just looking at certain things that happened with Keyshawn, yeah, bro, blow that shit up, bro. Gone, you know what I mean? I ain't even mad at. Hey, shout out to Jay Prince. Jay Prince said he's like, hey, Keyshawn Davis is missing the best manager in boxing, and I can't say I don't believe him. You know what I'm saying? Because however you want to think about or whatever's going on with Shakur Stevenson, one thing about it is he's paid. One thing about it, he's paid. Like you can say what you want about niggas falling asleep. You can say what you want about niggas leaving the stadium. You can say what you want about the De Los Santos fight. But the one thing about is he's paid. He's managed well. You know what I'm saying? Jay Prince been doing this for a long time. He's managed Roy Jones, Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, uh, uh, Shakur Stevenson. The only one I'm kind of questionable about is Big Baby Dave Miller. No, not Miller.
Oh,
Um,
Jared Anderson.
Jared Anderson. I'm sorry, I said
Mm.
who the fuck is Big David? Glenn Davis. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Jared Anderson. That's the only questionable one that I can remember in my present time. With Jay Prince and his management.
Mm.
Everybody else, they've been managed damn good. He's got a really great relationship with Top Rank and Bob Arum. They've been, a lot of great fighters that came through there. So that might be something Keyshawn will want to explore. You know what I'm saying? You might want to take a look at that, bro, because what you got going on right now, I don't know if that's too beneficial, brother. I don't know.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. His that team might not be at scale with where he should be, where we all know he's gonna go in his career. Should
Right.
everything go correctly, it's like, nah. Sorry to cut you. Yeah, I agree because yeah, it's ridiculous what happened. It's ridiculous what happened. Like, I feel like, unfortunately, again, I've settled with he was over emotional and he was selfish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he overshadowed his brother's win that night, let alone the loss.
Facts.
He took away from his brother's win that night, and he took away from the card in a big way from the off by missing weight, conducting himself the way that he did, not apologizing, not saying anything, like business as usual, I guess. But what he did, his actions after that was just bad for business. And it's like, come on, man. I expect so much of Keyshawn Davis, man. I expect so much of this guy.
Yeah.
So for him to do that for whatever the reason, you're okay. You lost your belt on the scales. Conduct yourself as a champion still, man.
Yeah. To
Be
me,
a professional.
no, listen, I didn't mean to cut you off, but listen, the thing, I got a couple of theories of why Keyshawn Davis crashed out, right? Yeah, one, of course, he lost his belt on the scale. You know, the second is the money that he lost. Because once De Los Santos said, fuck it, Keyshawn ain't getting paid now. So he didn't get no money. Then he comes in 4 pounds overweight. So he has to pay for those violations. Right? So now all this is going through his mind before he even sees his brother get his ass whooped. Then he witnesses that. That was probably the straw that broke the camel's back. Like he saw that and he was just like, yeah, now all his emotions are just brought up into this one fucking avalanche fucking hatred, and it's snowballing down. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then
Yeah.
it just led to what we saw on Saturday night. You know what I mean? Now I'm not one of those people that think it's over for Keyshawn Davis and all that. Like I said, I'm a Keyshawn Davis fan. Like because one thing about it, when that little nigga Keyshawn gets in the ring, he's giving you your money's worth for sure. You're gonna get your money's worth when you go to this guy's fights. It's high pack, it's high impact, it's action. I mean, high possibility of him getting a knockout. Like it's action packed throughout the whole fight. You know what I'm saying? This dude is definitely he's one of them, and you could tell by how this news has traveled and how people are talking about it. This motherfucker definitely has superstar potential. Because if
Yeah.
it was somebody that, I mean, we didn't give a damn about, like, and people just be, it's okay. I mean, we might talk about it for a little bit, but definitely not to this extent,
Nah.
especially to what I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? And that's because of the star power that I believe Keyshawn Davis has. I believe Keyshawn, if he does actually switch that team up, we'll see something good. But if he tries to be egotistical in the matter, and man, fuck what they talking about, man. We rock it together. This nigga was nigga us till we die type shit. It's over. It's
Yeah.
over. It's over. If he don't have the leadership qualities to actually stand up and be like, yeah, I gotta reassess my entire circle, man, for real. Like this shit's crazy. Like motherfucker, we just had the whole motherfucking world in our hands, nigga.
This is it.
We literally just had the whole world, bro. Allen Iverson's supposed to walk him out. Michael Vick, Bruce Smith, the mayor's in the building. Pharrell's designing clothes for these niggas. Pharrell probably could have put together some kind of live ass little Louis Vuitton shit for him next
This
fight.
is what I'm saying. You got the head designer of Louis V, and you're messing up
In your
deep.
back
Like,
pocket.
but this is why, because this is where it's again. I don't want to bring no optimum leap. I don't want to see this kind of stuff from him because I would hate to think he could outdo Adrian Broner as the biggest what if in boxing if things don't go correctly.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking at, and that's what I was thinking. I was like, this Monday Night Raw, WWE kind of behavior. You're doing handicap matches in the back. No, you don't. You sanction the fight. You do this in the ring. You do this in the ring. You get this done where it's supposed to be done, and simple.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Eh, all of that tough guy, gangster stuff. It's like, nah, bro. At this level, you've really got to do something about that, especially if it's gonna bleed into your place of work. Outside is one thing. But whilst a live TV production is happening, where you are unfortunately not on this card anymore, but you have given incentive to the TV network to run your name and run a whole story and narrative about you because you've decided to go and crash out whilst the main event is happening. Dude, come on, man. You got to be smarter. And that's why he is going to need he is going to need like a very certified team that can hold him to account and if necessary, drag this guy away from everything, pull him to the back, pull him back into the chain. Why was the changing rooms next door to each other?
Yeah, yeah.
That is a health and safety risk. That's a security risk. Like, do you know what? I guess in the mind games, if Keyshawn was fighting, he's next door to the guy with his brothers in the room and whatnot. They're just, do you know what I'm saying, having a whale of a time. But then you turned up to the fight and you're next door to a guy. Do you know what I'm saying? You're next door to this guy, knowing he's getting ready to fight your bro, and you're just vexed because you've lost out and you've messed up everything you've messed up with, and now your brother's lost. you couldn't keep it together. If he does get charged for this again, it's gonna be a big shame. It's gonna be a big shame.
Yeah, because it could have been avoided, and it was all self-inflicted. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like it was like I'm saying. Nobody pressed this guy to do nothing. Nobody forced his hand. This shit was all self-inflicted. And I'm sitting there watching this shit firsthand, and it's just the shit is crazy. Sad to watch, man. You know what I'm saying? But I just hope that when he does get this next chance, when he gets his second, or third, whatever the fuck chance this is gonna be, that he just makes it right. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, the dude is intelligent. He gotta be, you know what I'm saying, to get to this. You can't be no dummy and get this far. You know what I'm saying? You have some sort of intelligence. Now, the emotional intelligence is definitely what I feel he should work on more than anything. You know what I'm saying? Because that is what I think that's what keeps him in these certain situations is the emotional intelligence. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this guy, like you get into your feelings and then you just spaz out. Like, and
Remember, sorry, I forgot the opponent's name. It's the Russian guy's name. When Tio had when we found out that Tio had sent the banana and the watermelon box, Berenacek, there you go. Yeah. And you see how emotional Keyshawn was. And that time he was able to apologize.
he was.
So what? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he did. He did.
He apologized. He was straight up. It was like, do you know what? It's again, his reaction was understandable. Do you know what I mean? But the fact that he was able to say, do you know what? Let me apologize, Berenacek. It's not your fault at all. My bad. And he conducted himself professionally in that moment. So I need to know what has happened from there to what we just saw this weekend.
Yeah, because
What
that
that
wasn't
like?
even your home. You did that in New York, like in front of your home people. You didn't apologize for not trying to make the weight. You didn't apologize for the ruckus that you caused at the arena. You ain't apologize for shit. Like, and I don't even know why, because I know you want to. You know what I'm saying? I know that was just ego that brought you to that arena and had you shoveling that popcorn in your mouth and laughing like you was laughing. That's all ego, bro. It's not even real. You know what I'm saying? But I really thought that Keyshawn was gonna get it. He was gonna come to the stadium, get inside that ring, grab that microphone, and apologize to everybody in that stadium for letting them down. That would have been some real nigga shit.
Yeah.
If he would have took his little ass up in that ring, hey yo, and they booing him or whatever. I get it. Hey, y'all can boo me, Scope Arena. I deserve it. I let y'all down. It's my fault. You know what I'm saying? I know what y'all came here for tonight, and I apologize, man. I fucked up. I wasn't on my shit. But y'all ain't. This ain't never gonna happen again. I promise y'all. They put boo. I promise you, nigga. Afterwards, niggas would have loved this nigga. Like, hey, he got up in front of that hole. He took his shit like a man, bro. You feel me? Like he got up there, cause that shit ain't easy.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Humbling yourself like that, it ain't easy, but it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like as a man, when you wrong, hey, just say you fucked up. I mean, I played football. I played team sports, so it almost forced you to do that because if you
Yeah.
don't do it, you're gonna get caught up by a teammate anyway. So you might, you know what I'm saying? It's just easier when you do. Like, yeah, it's uncomfortable. Like, you know what I'm saying? The feeling of apologizing, the feeling that you did something wrong or admitting that you did something wrong. But once you just get past that uncomfortability, you be all right. Like, I don't know why he ain't do that. I don't know why Top Rank ain't make him do the shit. You know what I'm saying? Get your ass up there and apologize to these people for this shit.
His
2000 supposed to be
manager,
demanding their money back.
his PR agent, do you know what I mean? There's so many factors that was like, what, bro? You the best and only time you could have apologized was on the night. You turned up.
Right there in front of everybody, just did it. Just said fuck it. Or maybe I ain't gonna say maybe try to do it and they ain't let him because that I just can't see Top Right saying, nah, we ain't finna let you apologize. I can't see that. I can't see it. If they did that, that's crazy. But I can't see this man saying he's finna apologize to all these people that spent their money, spent their time supporting, driving from all parts of the United States, flying in from different parts of the United States to come watch me, you know. But nah, that's not what was done. That's not what was done. And it's sad and it sucks because it's somebody that's so talented like Keyshawn. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn he's a hell of a talent in the sport. And like I said, the motherfucker is a ticket seller. That dude he can put the asses in the seat. But it's like, man, it's like he's like at the fork in the road. You know,
Yeah.
he could go this Floyd route or this championship route, or he can go this Broner route, this fucking clown route. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
He's like right at the fork, in the middle. To where, you know what I'm saying? And shit, he ain't even he's nowhere near as accomplished as Broner was when he started doing his dumb shit. Nowhere near it.
That's it. This
Broner's a
is it.
4th division motherfucking champion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas talk that shit about AB all day, but them accomplishments, shit, you can't take those away from that nigga. You can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I try to assess it from that angle. You know what I mean? Before I try to, but Keyshawn, I mean, I really, what do you think Top Rank is gonna do with him? Like, what? I mean, you think the suspension is because, from my understanding, I know Top Rank's contract with ESPN is up in July, but for what I'm
Yeah.
hearing, his contract is also up in July with Top Rank.
Well.
Yeah, yeah,
Whoa.
yeah, yeah.
Well, that's an interesting one because, like, I wouldn't. That's an interesting one
Yeah, man.
because, I mean, I'm sure you'll have a great campaign at 140. I'm sure you have a great campaign at 140. But if his contract was longer, I would assume, I would hope that Top Rank would have heavily had a serious talk with this guy and his team and really let this guy know, listen, we're gonna rock with you, but if there's anything like that again, we may have to cut ties because the, it was the cascading amount of things that happened that weekend.
Yeah,
You missed weight, so you've been lying somewhere because you've been in communication with people. You haven't been disciplined somewhere.
yeah,
You came in too far to even make an attempt within that hour to make that weight.
yeah, yeah. Without damn near risking your life.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
And then, so then, as the A side, you throw all of that effort into De Los Santos's team's hands.
layup. Yeah, that was a layup for De Los Santos. No, De Los Santos, and this is the thing. This is why I said, like, how you calling yourself a businessman and you're not even assessing everything before you make a business decision, right? So you want to come into this fight overweight, risking your belt, risking the fans being disappointed, risking giving all the fucking um all the power to De Los Santos. De Los Santos ain't fought in 2 years. He's desperate for the fight. He's desperate for money. So you make it easy for him with a free 400K. And you think he's gonna stick around? Who the fuck would do that? 400,000. I don't gotta fight this nigga. Hey, book them flights, bro. We finna get the fuck. These niggas stupid. We out. We gone. We are gone. Like, I'm not gonna call me a hoe, call me whatever you want. This dumbass nigga didn't make weight, and they finna give me 400K, and they're asking me, do I want to fight him still? Hell no. I don't want to know. I don't. Fuck no. He can figure it out with somebody else. I'm not fighting this nigga, man. A matter of fact, we finna get these first class flights. We finna go back to the DR, nigga. Y'all thought we finna go to New York? Now we finna go to the Dominican Papi. I know Black Papi. Straight up. Fuck, man. Get out of here. Come on,
It's
dog.
true. It's true. It's
You
true.
know, it's
Because
But
now it's again. Do you know? Again, I would think that Top Rank would have a job as well, rebuilding some trust in the
yeah,
Keyshawn Davis brand. And that might take his whole campaign before he gets another strap at 140.
yeah. But one thing I say about Top Rank, one thing they don't indulge in is nigga shit. Hey, they don't go for the nigga shit, bro. And what them boys did Saturday, straight up nigga shit. That's
Mm.
it. Top Rank don't do nigga shit. They don't do that. They don't do it. Like, so I'm just really I don't know how it's gonna go with him, bro. I mean, he is pretty much the face right now. You know what I'm saying? You see what they trying to do to Abdullah? I feel like that's why they put him right next to him. Like, fuck up if you want to, little nigga. Your replacement is right on the side of you. And Abdullah, he don't have the charisma. He doesn't have the charisma that Keyshawn possesses, but he's what they looking for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's not gonna do anything to jeopardize anything that's going on. He gonna go right in that straight line that they talking about. He got a foundation. He's got a family foundation. He's got his brothers. He's got his dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they move militant. Those Masons move militant. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Corrupt Occasion. What he say? He says, what else is there to say after this? The PR, the sign, the damage control is too immense. Regardless of who the next opponent is, not worth it. See what I'm saying? And a lot of people at Top Rank gonna look, they're gonna use that line of reasoning when they thinking. Like, yeah, he's good, but is he Floyd? Is he Dre? Is he Bud? All these niggas came through before him. And they were all with Top Rank. And Top
True.
Rank all moved away from them. So it's like I ain't gonna lie. I'm very interested to see how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
Okay, he says he's still a kid. He'll grow into it.
Oh, he's talking about Abdullah.
Yeah. Oh, it's talking about Abdullah. He's talking about okay. Yeah, man. Abdullah's gonna be a bad boy, man. That's a
Yeah.
bad dude right there, man. That's a bad dude. At first, looking at them on stage doing that banter, going back and forth with each other, I thought Abdullah was shook. Then I watched it again. I said, no, this nigga was poised.
Yeah. That's
He's
what I
just not a
saw.
shit talker, but he was super poised.
That's what, yeah, because and sometimes you see that this is the thing about our sport. It's like you don't always have to be a shit talker to be able to be a shit talker. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
I do my talking with the hands is enough.
Right.
When he said that, I was satisfied with that because he had an objective at hand, which was his fight. He
Exactly. I'm not
wasn't thinking about all the extra stuff. Like for
exactly. That's
me,
yeah.
Keyshawn doing that to him was a bit like Keyshawn thinking to himself, "Oh, I got this guy on my shoulder, like I'm gonna step to him now," kind of thing. Now, like pump faking. It was like, nah,
Hey, that's
bro,
great. That's what Jay Prince called him. He said, Keisha, he said, where we from? That's pump faking, man. He acting like he want to do something, but he don't really want to do nothing.
man.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
even because again, looking back, looking at what he did on Saturday, it's like, bro, who do you think you are, bro? Like, you might be in a fight one day where that you might can lose. You know, the
Right.
jeopardy might be 50-50. You might not be the betting favorite. You might not be the A side, even if you are the A side, the fans could have it split. Like, bro, you, like, you know, I understand the warrior spirit, but you're a man. You bleed like everybody else. You might have your day. Every dog has his day. Most of them have it in the ring. Most men have that time, that fight, that maybe even if they come out on top, they leave respecting their opponent. And I was just thinking, because I'll be real, I've been more looking at an Abdullah Mason Shakur fight. I wasn't. I was looking at more
Because
that
you know
down
he
the
coming
line.
for Shakur. Man, you know he's coming that way. Like he's not doing this shit these niggas is doing. That boy said
Nah,
that. He said this shit, bro. 20, maybe the end of 2023 going into 24. He was like, I don't do that friend stuff. Like I want to fight all the champions. Whoever got the belt is who we coming for.
that's it. That is it.
That's it. That's all. Ain't no, well, if he got the belt, that's my homie. We grew up together. I'm not fighting him. No. That nigga got a belt. I don't give a damn if that nigga was, we went sleeping that. No, nigga, we fighting, nigga. For sure.
Facts.
The best man
Facts.
gonna win. Then, we gonna shake hands, dab up, and do all that after. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He says Abdullah got sucker punched. See the body language. He was caught off guard by Keyshawn's approach.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Because it
I,
was that
go ahead.
he was Keyshawn was ready to be at 100, and it was that nah, bro.
Yeah.
Again, Abdullah Mason is, as you said, a poised. He's on a level. He's a leveled young man. Do you know what I mean? You don't see much of him yet. We see it in the ring, though. We see
Right.
it in the ring. We see everything we need to see when that bell goes, and that's it. So even again, when he said, I do the talking with my hands. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yes, my bro. You don't
Yeah.
need to. You don't even let that kind of guy get into your head. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because he's a bully. He's a bully, bro. It's cool. It works for him, but it is what it is. He's a bully,
And you know
and it's
what,
not
bro?
good.
One thing in this boxing game, that bully always has his day. Man, man, man. But see, like I said, I love Keyshawn. I love what this little nigga brings to the ring. I love how he approaches the fight. He's one of the best finishers at 135 pounds. Probably gonna be one of the best finishers at 140. You know what I'm saying? But Abdullah Mason, man, if it was anybody that I could say is that is similar to a, maybe not with the accomplishments yet, because he ain't accomplished shit yet, but it's coming. But it's like that demeanor and that he's like Bud, bro. Bud is not a shit talker. Bud don't
Mm,
know how to talk shit. Bud don't he just whoops ass.
yeah.
He just whoops ass. Like if you really want to get it, we can get it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Now people gonna try to discredit Abdullah because when he fought Johan, I can't think of the dude last name that dropped him
con-
twice.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I felt like that was good because I felt, I'm glad it happened early in his career to tighten him up, you know, keep him sharp for them niggas that's really cracking. You know what I'm saying? Like a Nakatila. Because
Yeah.
that could have happened with Nakatila. He probably wouldn't have got back up.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it is what it is, man. Um, but yeah, man, we done talked y'all ear off about this Keyshawn shit today, man. I expect any final thoughts, on Keyshawn Davis, DB3, uh, you know, what's about to happen with him, what's going on with him. Anywhere you want to go with that before we, conclude?
I'm interested. I want to know why the commission hasn't come out and said anything sooner.
Mm,
Um, I really hope Keyshawn and his brothers are able to, well, Keyshawn and Kelvin are able to do the necessary, are able to learn from this situation for the sake of their own careers. Do you know what I mean? For the sake of like themselves, who they represent as a family, because on that card, that was all three brothers. Do you know what I mean? That was bigger than, you know what I mean? It's bigger than even themselves. They're setting a precedent for their family. And
absolutely.
I just really hope that Keyshawn grows up a little bit. Just use, like, accepts this, does whatever he needs to, and the next time we see him, we see someone that is ready to repair and conduct themselves as just that much more of an adult that has learned a bit from this. That's all.
Yeah, no doubt. Man, listen, this is another episode of Who Gonna Catch These Hands. I'm your boy, Joe Prophet. You know, I was tapped in with my boy Specs over in the UK. Man, Specs, tell them where they can catch you at, man.
Come on, fam. You can catch me, Spectacle, Instagram, Twitter, Clubhouse as well. Catch us on the Boxing Council. You know what I'm saying? You can catch our side conversations, get a bit more of an insight to how we're chopping up boxing day in and day out. And you can even get a couple surprises too, you know. I'm telling you, that's a high level room over there. You know, I'm missing out slightly, you know. You know, I'm missing out slightly.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's where you can find me.
Now, listen, man, we're going to tap back in tomorrow, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. We out. Peace.